أستاذ.
كيفك هيكل؟
منيح يا أستاذ، منيح. أنت كيفك؟
جود. ضغط الواي فاي عندك؟
إيه منيح أستاذ، عنا واي فاي.
منيح.
أستاذ بعرف انجلطت.
ليه؟
بالليل إجا عملت كل شيء.
كتبت
ما في نت. راح كل ياس عملت كلهم.
Thomas, why you
مرحبا أستاذ.
didn't Thomas? Why you didn't write the notes, Thomas?
منيح.
Yes.
What?
What did you? Why you didn't write the notes yesterday? تبع dilation.
كتبت كنت بعد exercise 12 13 14 15.
إيه. كتبت؟
إيه كتبت.
Okay. طيب. Today we are going to start with the last chapter, which is the most important among the chapters, which is. Please pay attention for this chapter. It is very important. Direct plane similitude. Okay, first property. Before starting with the first property, we took the composite of two dilations. What is the composite of two dilations?
أستاذ.
Yes.
Dilation.
Dilation إذا كان عندنا same center بيطلع same center and the ratio is the product. If the two dilations of different centers بيطلع a new center and the ratio is k times k prime. What's the composite of a rotation, of a dilation and a translation?
Dilation.
Dilation. Dilation with distinct center and ratio k. Now, what about a composite of a rotation and a dilation? Rotation. The composite of a rotation and a dilation, we call it a direct plane similitude. The composite of a dilation and a
composite.
يعني first property. Properties. First one, a rotation and a dilation of the same center are commutative. Do you know what meant by commutative?
No.
Commutative like 3 plus 5 equal 5 plus 3.
And
this is called a commutative operation. Like كمان 3 times 2 is 2 times 3. This is, we call it commutative. While in the subtraction and the division, it is not commutative. Yani 5 minus 3 not equal 3 minus 5. This is called commutative. Okay, we change between them. So a composite of a dilation and a rotation of the same center is the same as the composite of a rotation and a dilation. This is what meant by commutative. It doesn't matter which one is first. So the composite of a rotation and a dilation with the same center is the same as the composite of a dilation and a rotation. Let's take an example. Did you write this before taking an example?
Yes.
Okay. Suppose we have H of center I and ratio 2. And I have a rotation of center I angle pi over 2. Okay, suppose I have I here. I have to find the image
استاذ بس
H 1 minute بس.
هون عملنا كوميتاتيف عفوا.
Yes, commutative, yes. If I have to find H round R of a point A. How to find H round R of a point A? Suppose we have a point A here. How to find H round R of A equals H into R of A. What you are going to calculate to name R of A?
B.
R of A, for example, equal B. شو معناتها R of A equal B?
يعني I B equals to IA.
IA length equal IB. Also, what do we have?
ايه بالروتيشن هي angle
الانجل IA
IA IB angle
IB angle
equals to pi over 2.
equal pi over 2. وين بده يطلع البي؟ So I join IA first. This is B. IA equal IB and IA. Now, then H round R of A, what will be H round R of A?
H of B.
Equal H of B. What you are
And H
going to calculate to name H of B?
C.
B prime أو C حالة.
H of B equal C. What does it mean H of B equal C?
هلا IC equals to IB.
IC vector
لا equals to IB.
equal to IB. وين بده يكون السي IC equal to IB؟
بده يطلع فوق البي.
هيدا هون IC equal to IB. طب هات لنشوف العكس هلا اذا بنجيب R round H of A. How to calculate R round H of A? Equal R into H of A. Let's call H of A, for example, equal A prime. What does it mean H of A equal A prime?
IA prime equal to IA.
IA prime vector IA prime equal to IA. IA prime equal to IA. Here is A prime. Now what remains? Now R round H of A should يطلع R into A prime. What do we call R of A prime?
B.
R of A prime equal D, for example. معناته R of A prime equal D يعني IA prime equal ID
and IA prime ID equals to pi over 2.
pi over
Yes, pi.
IA prime ID.
هيدا هون عملنا روتيشن.
Yes. وين بتطلع ال D؟
IA.
So IA prime equal ID and IA prime ID equal
يعني C and D are double points هلا.
D confounded with D or D confounded with C. So it is the same. If we make H round R or R round H, we will get the same result. This is what we
يعني
meant
commutative.
commutative.
ايوه
But
في عندك توب ست.
they should have the same center, yes?
نبلش نكتب.
Yes. You pay attention, they have the same center, omega.
يس هلا لاحظت.
سيس باسون كيف طلع سي equal D؟
ما مش مع أنا I have IC equal مش ال IC equal to IA
2IB.
ما equal to IA كمان.
Okay.
يعني it is equal IA prime in length. يعني IA equal IC in length. IA prime equal IC مش هيك؟
and
Yes.
في 90 degree.
وفي 90 degrees صار ال image of A prime is D by the rotation. يعني C here. D and C will be the same. Okay, did you finish writing ولا بعد؟
1 minute. ارسم. خلص الستيج.
اوكي هلا راح نشوف بعدين هيدا راح نسميه similitude S center omega ratio K وانجل الفا. similitude omega K alpha. طيب بليز اذا عندي similitude بس قبل ما اعطي الديفينيشن similitude omega K alpha. إذا S of A gives مثل ما شفنا هون equal C. What relations we have if SA equals C?
شو يعني عم بضل نفس السنتر بعد
لا إذا عندي similitude of هون similitude omega K alpha عملت similitude لل A طلع C. يعني هون الأوميجا أخذتها I أنا الكي أخذتها 2 والألفا باي أوفر 2. It means that IC equals KIA مش هيك؟ بتلاحظوا IC equal KIA 2IA طلعت معنا هون والأنجل IA IC how much IA IC طلعت معنا هون؟
باي اوفر 2.
pi over 2. So this is the definition of a direct plane similitude. So the SA equals C means I see not vector, ليش حط vector هون? Because they don't have the same direction. So IC equal KIA, IC equal KIA, and IAIC equal alpha. Can I skip this page?
1 minute. عم بشوف الفاكتورز حاطط فوق. استاذ ليش ما حطينا فاكتورز؟
IA وال IC they don't have the same direction. I cannot put vectors.
Yes. خلاص.
Okay, definitions. First definition. A direct plane similitude. A direct plane similitude denoted by S. Direct plane similitude denoted by S is every transformation in the plane, any transformation in the plane, which is a translation or the composite of a positive dilation and a rotation of the same center. So a direct plane similitude, بيهمني definition, is the composite of a positive dilation and a rotation with the same center. Any questions about the first definition?
No.
شو يعني هيدا؟
عم
مش
نقول
عارفة بوري.
direct plane similitude الاس هي is a transformation in the plane which is a composite يعني هي dilation of center omega ratio k round rotation of center omega وانجل alpha. هيدا بنسميه direct plane similitude which is the composite of a positive dilation and a rotation.
استاذ هلا بالهيد دارس ما بيجي روتيشن كومبلكس مثل روتيشن اللي اخذته.
You get rotation. It is هيدا all the transformations that we have studied are in this chapter.
Yeah. ابو
Also, the translation is a dilation. The translation is a direct plane similitude. The translation is a direct plane. Definition 2. Omega be a point in the plane P. الأوميجا هي the point in the plane P. A is a strictly positive real number. K should be a positive real number. And alpha is a non-zero real number. So we have a point P, or we have a point omega. We have K is a positive real number. And we have alpha is a non-zero real number. We call by definition a direct plane similitude. We call a direct plane similitude of center omega ratio k and angle alpha. The transformation in a plane such that S omega k alpha, center omega ratio k and angle alpha هي composite of a dilation and a rotation with the same center, or composite of a rotation and a dilation with the same center, with k positive. Aikaz, did you understand this definition?
No.
A direct plane similitude يا هيكاز بده يكون عندك
عرفت هدول
هي
سنتر كي الفا، يعني كي بدها تطلع بوزيتيف دائما هيك.
يعني هي السيميليتيود هي composite of a dilation and a rotation
روتيشن.
with the same center, or rotation since it is commutative and a
Yes.
dilation with the same center.
ما في شيء هسه.
هلا هون إذا عندنا S هي S أوميجا K ألفا والimage of M is M prime by S يعني S of M equal M prime means that omega M prime, we start with the image, omega M prime equal K omega M, and the angle omega M prime equal alpha. We have two equalities, we have two relations. First relation, omega M prime equal K omega M, and the angle omega M prime equal alpha. دايما we start with the horn, with the point, بعدين الايمج. بينما باللينكس اوميجا ام برايم ايكوال كي اوميجا ام، مثل الدايليشن بس بدون فيكتورز.
moment استاذ.
استاذ نمشي على مهلنا.
ايه ماشي يا مهلي، مش عم بستعجل. شو ما فهمت لارجع اعد لك؟
بس
يس؟
فهمت.
اوكي، اذا ما فهمت برجع افسر لك.
نو فهمت.
طيب اذا فهمت، اذا عندي اس هو I 2 باي over 3 و S of A equal A prime. What can we say? What are the relations?
IA prime equal IA.
IA prime بدون vector, okay,
Yes.
equal how much?
IA 2IA
2IA.
and angle IA prime equal pi over 3.
وangle IA prime equal pi over 3. 2 pi. Hi, Kaz, it is done?
Yes.
Now we have to pay attention for these remarks. The translation, the rotation, and the dilations are all direct plane similitudes. كل هدول transformation that we have studied are direct plane similitude. Second, what is the invariant point? The only double. What is the double point? S omega alpha has only one double point or invariant point, which is the center of مثل الروtation مثل الدايليشن. The only invariant point is the center. S omega 1 0 center omega ratio 1 و angle 0 is the identical transformation.
هلا هي بيطلع اللاين يعني استاذ؟
No, كل point is itself تطلع. كل point itself
ايه
we call it identical.
هيدا إذا بيطلع K1 and angle 0 هيدا identical.
Yes. No, كل point remains itself. We call it identical. Now, S omega 1 alpha omega the K1 will angle alpha. We call it a rotation omega alpha. So rotation is a similitude. The K is 1 will angle alpha.
هي كيف صار استاذ؟
Yeah. S
هي ايه
S1 alpha S1 S هي رح سميها I للسنتر 1 والفا equal هي S هي rotation I alpha composite dilation I1. Yes.
Yes.
بس هيدا HI1 هو identical.
ايه بدال بس روتيشن.
بضل في عندي rotation I. Now, dilation, similitude of center omega, ratio 1 وangle pi بنسميها central symmetry with respect to omega. Central symmetry with respect to the center omega. Central symmetry with respect to omega. S omega K0 الانجل 0 ما في انجل يعني ما في عندنا روتيشن يعني هون K equal 1 ما عندنا dilation هون K equal الانجل 0
معنا روتيشن.
ما عندنا روتيشن يعني بضل في عندي positive dilation H omega K.
بس هلا ترانسليشن كمان في ترانسليشن كومبوزيت سمثينج بيطلع كمان دايركت بلين سيميليتود.
هلا راح نشوفهم بعدين. Now SK pi angle 180 والK positive بيصير عندنا negative dilation H omega minus K.
هيك بصح.
إذا الانجل باي إذا عندك for example if you have I عندك similitude I K suppose it is 2 and the ratio and the angle pi it is equal I can write it شو بدك تبلش مثلا إذا بلشنا rotation I pi round dilation I2. Suppose I have here I, here is A. How to make S of A? S of A تعطيني R round H of A equal R. What is H of A? If I call it A prime بضل عندي R of A prime. وين بتصير ال A prime؟ يعني IA prime equal to IA يعني this is A prime. Now إذا أخذت rotation of A prime is B. وين بتصير ال B؟ is a rotation of A prime equal B. What does it mean? It means that I A prime equal IB والangle is pi والangle IA prime IB equal pi. وين بقى تجي البي؟ بتصير البي هون تقريبا. So the image of A is B as if I make a negative إنه ما في عندي angle I make a negative dilation with ratio -2. يصير عندي هون يعني as if SK pi بيصير عندي إياها dilation with ratio -k and center I أو omega here. دائما وقت تكون الانجل 0 or pi ما عندي rotation. The last one, the reciprocal of a direct plane similitude S omega k alpha is a direct plane similitude with center omega ratio 1 over k angle minus alpha. This is called the reciprocal of the direct plane or the inverse. وين راح توماس؟ Thomas, are you with Tomic?
هون استاذ هون.
هيكاز وين راح النت عنده؟
يمكن ايه.
طيب, this is all for today. Tomorrow we'll continue. Okay?
Okay.
Please read them for tomorrow. I have sent you the correction.
Okay.
I sent you يعني الباوربوينت والاكسرسايزز اللي بدنا نعمل لهم solving.
Yes.
Okay? Tomorrow we'll start with applications. Tomorrow we'll finish. Okay. يلا.
يلا باي استاذ.